We are at the Desert Diamond Distillery in Kingman, Arizona. I'm going to do a little video. I'm actually going to do a two-part series talking about what is resource guarding and how do we fix it. So let's get into this. Hey, it's Gary Adams with Natural Instinct Dog Training, and let's get into what is resource guarding. And yeah, that's a train car behind me. It's actually a dinner train car, but you know, maybe I might resource guard the dinner car if they had some really good food in there. So the term resource guarding gets thrown around a lot. You know, people will say that a dog can be food aggressive or toy aggressive or kennel aggressive. The thing about all of those is not that they're wrong, but it puts a label on something like a dog being food aggressive, and then the only time we really pay attention to that dog's behavior is when there's food. So we might have food and we're worried about the dog guarding it. The reality is the dog has learned what it can do in relation to a resource. Now, a resource is anything that the dog, you could say, has an affinity for. So if the dog really likes food and you approach the dog while it's eating food or chewing on a bone, and the dog growls, barks, lunges, anything like that, we will now say that dog is food aggressive. Now, if we have a dog that's toy aggressive, so the dog has a toy, its favorite little squeaky toy, and we walk up to it and it growls, barks, lunges, now we say the dog is toy aggressive. What we really have is a series or a pattern of behavior that the dog has learned to use whenever it wants something. Now, that's a natural behavior for a dog. That's a natural behavior for you and I. If my wallet, car keys, cell phone sitting on a table and there's someone across the way and they keep staring at my items, I might start to pull them in closer, put them behind me, say, hey, what are you looking at my stuff for? Am I being cell phone, wallet, keys aggressive? No, those are things that I have an affinity for. There's something that I like. So if I've learned that whenever someone is, say, looking at my wallet, if I look at them and give them a mean face and they walk away, I've now learned that if I want something or I like something, I can make my mean face and they'll go away. That's a learned behavior. Now, you could say it's a naturally occurring behavior. You know, you could say fight or flight. We could put all kinds of labels and words in there. The reality is, I have now learned to exhibit a certain behavior in relation to something I want. So when a dog is food aggressive, toy aggressive, crate aggressive, anything like that, then that's where it falls under that general umbrella of resource guarding. But really understanding what a resource is to a dog is understanding that anytime a dog has an affinity for something, it can learn to exhibit those behaviors in relation to the thing it has affinity for. So I'll meet people that say, well, my dog's really protective of my kids, or my dog's really protective of me, and now is the dog stranger aggressive? The labels start getting really, really weird. The bottom line is understanding the importance of what a resource is to a dog and how they actually behave in relation to that resource and what they should do in relation to that resource. Now, got treats in the food bowl. Rudy loves treats. What we should get is if I approach him, I want to see him give. Don't want to see him guard. I don't want to see him protect. So the foundation of resource guarding, just like when we were kids and our parents opened the door to our room and said, hey, what are you doing? And we were supposed to say nothing. If they opened the door to our room and we hid what we were doing, they're immediately going to have the red flags go up. So if Rudy's eating food out of this bowl, okay, and I'm here, if I walk up to him, he should be willing to step away and offer that to me. If another dog in the house walks up, he should be willing to offer it to me. That would be what you could say is polite behavior. So in the little example with the bowl, what we're looking for is for our dogs to actually be polite, not be rude, demanding, or pushy. So any behaviors, if your dog is on the couch and you go to sit down and the dog basically tries to guard its place and make sure, it takes up its own area and you're lucky it lets you sit down, that's the foundation of resource guarding. I want to get really deep into the ways to fix resource guarding in the second part of this video. But what I want from all of you first is I want some of you to submit videos of your dogs that might be resource guarding. And I want to address those videos and talk about specific behaviors that we want to fix in relation to the videos you submit and how we can work on those. I want to give a blanket amount of information for everyone to help with resource guarding, but I want to use a few examples that all of you submit to me to show specific ways to address and work on resource guarding, food aggression, toy aggression, and so on. So, like, follow, and share these videos. The purpose of all of them is to help as many people as I can in as many places as I can. And we're going to get to the bottom of what resource guarding really is.